We first sailed on Sun Princess a few weeks after the ship launched. Since its inaugural season in the Mediterranean, the vessel has received several updates. So we hopped back on board Sun Princess to see if the ship's improved. And we're back to share all the details with you so you're one step ahead of everyone else on board. Up next. Since our first sailing, the cruise line has relocated several of the restaurants to new locations. These changes make complete sense to us, as these venues now have more appropriate homes. One knock we had on the ship earlier this year was the location of two specialty restaurants, the Catch by Rudy and the Butcher's Block by Dario, which were located at the back of the eatery, which is the cruise ship's buffet on Deck 9. And we link to that original Sun Princess review in the description down below. Now, that location in the back of the buffet made no sense to us because both of these restaurants are upscale, upcharge venues. The venues didn't feel intimate, nor did they provide the ambiance that the restaurants deserved. Well, we're happy to say that the restaurants now have their own dedicated spaces on Deck 7. The venues have not received much of a makeover regarding decor though. Still, we like that the Catch took the place of the cozy signature restaurant, and the Butcher's Block took the place of the Crown Grill. But don't worry, Princess Cruises didn't get rid of the Crown Grill on Sun Princess. The cruise line also relocated that restaurant to a new home also on Deck 7. In line with several restaurant relocations, the Americana Diner moved to the back of the eatery. This new dining concept debuted on Sun Princess as a casual sit-down restaurant, offering a new menu of all-day favorites. We were a fan of the food, but had to admit that this restaurant style fell out of place in its previous location, which is at the top of the posh 3-story main dining room. With the Butcher's Block by Dario now residing next to the forward elevators on Deck 7, which is located across from Princess Live, Princess Cruises' classic steakhouse moved down the hall. The Crown Grill restaurant is now aft on Deck 7, replacing the former Reserve Collection restaurant. This new location feels upscale and modern as well. To accomplish these swaps, Princess Cruises eliminated the dining rooms for the Reserve and Signature class staterooms, combining them into one venue on the third level of the main dining room. In fact, the cruise line eliminated those categories of staterooms altogether, which we will get to in a little bit. When it comes to the main dining room, the 3-story Horizons dining room is now the Soleil dining room on Deck 6, the Eclipse dining room on Deck 7, and the Sanctuary restaurant on Deck 8. Along with changing out several of the restaurant locations, some of the restaurant menus have received updates too. In particular, the Catch by Rudy's menu is larger, offering more options for starters and entrees. So fans of this restaurant on other Princess Cruises ships can indulge in classic favorites. Another change we're glad to see was the enhancement of the Butcher's Block by Dario menu. This meat-centric dining concept still boasts several courses of various cuts of beef. However, the menu now includes additions such as an oyster appetizer and a Caesar salad course. Guests also now have 2 options for dessert with the addition of a tiramisu. The sushi restaurant on Sun Princess was in the process of getting a makeover during our previous sailing. Now the transformation of Mikado Ocean is complete. This restaurant boasts an improved menu along with slightly updated seating and decor. Now guests can opt for a multi-course signature sushi dinner experience or select from a revamped a la carte menu. Not yet complete during our sailing, we were able to experience Love by Brito on this cruise. Located on Deck 17 aft, this upscale restaurant seamlessly combines fantastic views with equally Instagrammable plates on its 5-course menu. This cozy restaurant is ideal for a celebratory dinner with your loved ones. Among the standouts here are the duet of prime beef and wagyu, as well as a chocolate lava cake. The only downside is that the Princess Plus or Princess Premier packages do not cover Love by Brito, so all guests on board will need to pay out of pocket to dine at the specialty restaurant, which has a pretty steep cover charge of $79 per person. Additionally, the main dining room menus have also changed to reflect the ship's new 7-night Caribbean itineraries. Likewise, the Americana Diner menu has also been slimmed down, but still boasts the same concept of all-day breakfast as well as Southern-style comfort food. But guests don't have to worry about other restaurants. Staples like the Crown Grill and Sabatini's still boast their typical dishes that Princess Cruisers have come to love. Poor Park 19. The outdoor deck that never was. Princess Cruises made a big splash, announcing this outdoor sports deck designed for multi-generational families over a year ago. While not the most advanced outdoor space, we were excited to test out some new features, like the Sea Breeze Roll Glider and the Coastal Climb Ropes Course. We should have known that there were issues with these attractions during our sailing back in March of 2024. While we occasionally saw sports crew members upstairs, none of them were ever testing out the equipment. I even offered myself as a test dummy if they needed more help. However, we were surprised to learn finally that all the attractions were being nixed by the cruise line. The Roll Glider looks similar to the track for Bolt roller coaster on Carnival cruise ships, except guests would hang below the track. The two-story rope course resembled similar rope courses on other cruise lines as well. So we aren't sure how all the certifications fell apart. With that being said, Princess Cruises still hasn't enhanced this area. Most of the track for the Roll Glider is gone, and the obstacles and challenges from the ropes course have been removed. However, many of the support features and structures remain. It's yet to be determined what will come of this space, given that Princess Cruises had months to develop an alternative design or additional features for this area. It was disappointing to find the SkyDeck had no new offerings when we recently sailed on the ship. We suspect Sun Princess will eventually feature a sports court with pickleball and basketball, similar to what's coming to its sister ship, Star Princess. While the elimination of Park 19 isn't a deal breaker for us, we can see how some families might be let down as there are limited spaces and activities designed for younger cruisers. Like many sailing on Sun Princess, we consider ourselves pretty traditional cruisers. While we've come to appreciate the flexible dining options almost every cruise line offers now, our nighttime routine is still the same: dinner and a show. On our first Sun Princess cruise, none of the cruise line's entertainment in either the arena or the dome was ready. The cruise line promoted 4 signature productions in the arena, which is the ship's main theater, and an additional series of Cirque Eloise shows in the dome, a second entertainment space located on the upper decks of the ship. Thankfully, among the Sun Princess changes since our last sailing was the debut of some entertainment offerings. During the short sailing, we were able to see one show in each venue. While we enjoyed both productions, they really didn't live up to the hype. On night 2, Viva la Musica blasted its way on stage. With a selection of predictable Latin-inspired songs and a few unique musical arrangements, the playlist was nothing we hadn't heard in other similar review shows. And while Princess Cruises claims that the arena is the most technologically advanced theater at sea, there was nothing innovative or unique incorporated into the show. Actually, the stage felt too small for the production. While the show was high energy and the audience was engaged, I certainly wouldn't book a cruise on Sun Princess because of the entertainment. In fact, the show we were most looking forward to, Valora, A Pirate Quest, is already being reimagined, so that show will not be running during Sun Princess's current Caribbean season. We did enjoy the show in the dome more, Art Beat by Brito. This Cirque Eloise production took to the sky on the last night of the cruise when our media group attended a special showing. We really enjoyed the show and the way it utilized the features of the space. It boasted aerial acts and other acrobats, with enough story and diversity in music to keep us interested. But for others who like to experience this approximately 25-minute show on revenue sailings, they may need to wait an hour or more to snag one of the 250 seats in this entertainment venue. Even with 2 shows a night, the dome is not an adequate size for the ship's guest capacity. We would be disappointed if we booked a cruise on this ship and had to wait hours in line just to see production shows. I mean, this isn't Disney World after all. One possible solution is a reservation system. Replacing the former Reserve Collection and Signature Collection stateroom categories, the new Sanctuary Collection debuted with Sun Princess Caribbean season. This is the cruise line's attempt to offer an exclusive ship-within-a-ship experience to guests staying in suites and select other staterooms. Similar to offerings like MSC Yacht Club, Celebrity Cruises Retreat, or NCL's The Haven, guests staying in the Sanctuary Collection have access to private areas of the ship. These include an exclusive restaurant and sun deck. In total disclosure, we were guests of Princess Cruises and had a mini suite located in the Sanctuary Collection during the sailing. On Sun Princess, all 80 suites are part of the Sanctuary Collection, in addition to several mini suites and a few premium balconies. These cabins receive most of the same amenities. The most prominent upgrade when booking into the Sanctuary Collection is access to the Sanctuary Club aft on Deck 18. Previously, this area was a 4-fee space that all guests could purchase access to, with a small section reserved for guests staying in signature suites all the way aft of this deck. Now, the entire deck is reserved only for those staying in the Sanctuary Collection. This posh sun deck offers a pool, whirlpool, an outdoor bar, several seating options, an exclusive menu of poolside bites, and plenty of space to soak up the sun. Another perk is a private restaurant. As we mentioned, aft on Deck 8, replacing the former Americana Diner, is a Sanctuary restaurant. Offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner, this restaurant boasts enhanced menus. We dined here on the first night of our cruise, and the food was certainly an upgrade from the main dining room on Sun Princess. All guests staying in the Sanctuary Collection also receive the cruise line's Premier package as part of the cruise fare. This add-on package makes your vacation more inclusive with the Premier beverage package, unlimited specialty dining and casual dining, unlimited max Wi-Fi, and crew appreciation, among other perks. However, only guests in one of the 80 suites on board can access the suite lounge on Deck 16. This small space offers a bar, fantastic ocean views, daily hors d'oeuvres, and first-class service. While Princess Cruises' new Sanctuary Collection doesn't offer all the amenities of competitor cruise lines, say like butler service, it's certainly a worthy contender in the ship within a ship category. Now, if you want to learn more about the Sanctuary Collection and whether it's worth upgrading for your next cruise, we link to our exclusive Sanctuary Collection video down in the description below. While there were several Sun Princess changes between our two sailings, there are still plenty of places where the ship retains its original glow. The pool deck offers plenty of space with a central pool and casual dining options, and the massive Seaview Terrace sun deck extends all the way forward on the ship. We enjoy several of the casual dining options around the ship as well. The International Cafe, midship on Deck 9, is still among the best cafes at sea. Open 24 hours a day, it offers sweet treats, savory bites, and signature coffee. Further, Alfredo's Pizzeria serves some of the best pizza at sea. We finally got to sample some of the new award-winning pizzas that have just been added to the menu. Let's just say we can see why the New Yorker and Cal Italia pizzas have received such accolades. Spellbound by Magic Castle remains my favorite upcharge experience at sea. While pricey, it delivers a truly unique and immersive night of illusions and spirits. We slipped into the parlor for another visit this sailing, and we can attest that our second time was just as mesmerizing and magical as our first. Although we still cannot comment on the dinner portion, perhaps we need a third visit to truly experience it all. Along with the production shows, there's plenty of live music and events occurring throughout the ship. We're big fans of O'Malley's Irish Pub, and we're not alone. This is one of the most popular venues, offering acoustic guitar music, plenty of beer, and a fantastic time. The Piazza is also home to several activities you don't want to miss. Whether it's dance parties, game shows, or cirque performances, it's the hub of any Princess Cruises ship. On Sun Princess, the Piazza has been redesigned to offer better sightlines. Guests can find a spot in the tiered seating areas surrounding this 3-story open venue. Other lively spots include crooners for some unique cocktails and piano music, and Princess Live for game shows, trivia, and comedy sets. This lounge has a better setup and vibe than other ships we've sailed on in the Princess Cruises fleet. Thus, like many modern mega ships, Sun Princess offers a variety of things to do, see, eat, and enjoy. It's true that some spaces are too small for a ship of this size. Yet with some pre-planning, guests will be able to enjoy the onboard dining, activities, shows, and nightlife. After watching this video, we're sure you want to book a cruise on Sun Princess, but before you do, you need to check out our Princess Cruises tips and tricks video. Regardless of what Princess Cruises ship you're sailing on, that video will give you the expert advice you need to make sure you're one step ahead of everyone else on board. That way, your next cruise is smooth sailing.